How's it going, everybody? This is Taylor from the PRN Pig Racing Network, and today the Twisted Tea Truck Series drivers welcome you to Texas Motor Speedway. Fast-paced action left and right. You can use the high line, the middle line, the bottom line, the apron. I recommended to use the apron, but in any case, we're here. Last week was a pretty nuts race at Richmond. Let's see what happens today. Let's get to our starting lineup in today's race, shall we? As Brad Severs will start on the outside pole, Jared Lewis will be the pole sitter for today's race. Rob Racer will start alongside Matthew Tyler. Tip Foster will start alongside Ben Roberts. Jack DeVinny will start alongside Luke Burkowski. Levi McIntyre will start alongside Trickle Dickle. Nick Santiago will start alongside Dylan Rash. Noah Breeze will start alongside Jerry Boschetti. Henry Duran will start next to Kyle Free. Corbin Forrester will start alongside James Bowles. Chris Poindexter will start alongside Trevor Hawowski. Didn't mean to go so fast on that one. Brownie Tobahman will start alongside Gabe Nudes. Cole DeGrove will start alongside Connor Metz. Dane Amon will start alongside Cameron Tracy. Benjamin Roberto will start alongside Base Valiant. Sean Billman will start alongside Jay Jefferson. Christian Zayford will start alongside number 5 of Jay Stapleton. Matty Ortiz will start alongside What If Racing. And then the last row, ladies and gentlemen, is Bill Watterson and Todd Chigarski. That being our starting lineup, we can actually get this race started. 85 laps. It'll probably not be the most, may not be the most fastest race we're gonna have for the Twisted Tea Truck Series, but it should be a fun one, hopefully. Pace car rolls off. We are ready to get this race going. Jared Lewis will give us the green flag in this race. Haven't seen much from our playoff contenders of these past few weeks. Trickle Dickle getting back into the chase last week after a win at Richmond. Nearly got chased out by that 72 of Luke Burgowski. Just a couple more laps and Luke Burgowski could have possibly caught up to him. With several cautions that race, how many cautions will we have in today's race, knowing that the chase is coming down to a couple races before the top 10 drivers in the chase, I can't speak, are going to be racing their tails off trying to get a championship. The pace car is getting ready to go down pit road, and the pace car will take that left turn down pit road. We're set to go racing here. Jared Lewis will lead up to the American Ethanol green flag, and it's waving. Boogity, 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 boys. Let's go racing. Corbin Forster making it 3 wide, far back there. Still dead even side by side for a second, as now Jared Lewis will take a commanding lead over Brad Severs. But here comes that. Oh, that's a helicopter. Didn't mean to do that. I think this is number 81 truck. Yes, that's the number 81 truck of Rob Racer, inching his nose right underneath the number 94 truck. It's a side-by-side battle for the lead, and that'll be Jared Lewis just inching his nose into the first place spot for the first lap of today's race. Nuts to figure out who is going to win this race. If a new driver wins it, that'll shake up the chase standings a ton. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It'll be a close one in this race. And it looks like the number 81 truck of Rob Racer is going to start pulling away from Jared Lewis. Lead his first lap of today. They're 3 wide back there. Rob Racer has actually pulled away somewhat, but this is the battle for second. Corbin Forrester, let's go back to that 5 truck. That little guy is just bursting his way up to the front of the field. Look at him go. He is passing Tip Foster and Luke Burgowski. He is working his way through the field, which is pretty insane considering we haven't talked about this guy in a long time. He's 3 wide. Coming into turn 1, I mean, he's about to enter in the top 10 here in just a few moments, as Jared Lewis is stuck on the outside line, trying to work his way through. That's hard for him to do. Corbin Forster has worked his way into the top 5, And Jared Lewis so far being the biggest loser, going out of the top 10 in just a couple laps. There's Levi McIntyre coming down to the second spot. Now he's being challenged by Nick Santiago. Levi McIntyre trying to get his, I think it's third win of this season. Trying to compete with the most wins in this season. It's going to be a close one to see who will win the championship for the most wins this season. That and the championship for the Twisty Truck Series. Levi McIntyre being one of those drivers that could easily win it. Jared Lewis would easily get the one that would get a lot of poles because he's had it ever since. I don't remember which race he started getting all these poles, but he always has the car that's good in qualifying, but not so good in the race. Levi McIntyre being one of those truck drivers that relatively at the front, but never really capitalizing on many certain opportunities to win. Corbin Forster, on the other hand, is just working his way through the field, somehow working his way into the top 10. Yes, he is in 7th. Remember that 55 is only there because of Jay Stapleton being the extra 5 truck in this thing, so I had to make sure there was an extra 5 in there. Yeah. Corbin Forster has worked his way up to 7th. That's the highest he has been all season long. Can he stay there? That's the question. Ben Roberts trying to chase his way for... the last time this little guy won was at Indianapolis on the road course. When some interesting pit strategy happened, he stayed out and managed to get a good first place victory. And he hasn't been to victory lane ever since. And we got problems down the back straightaway. Frony Tobomans in the wall. Matthew Tyler's in the wall. Hard hits everywhere. Oh, a hard hit from the 35 of Invasive Alien as he gets turned out. Oh, a hard hit from Dana Monet. Oh, Matthew Tyler getting in the mix as well. Terrible crash for these drivers. Invasive Alien driving his car back down pit road. He is okay. All the drivers look like they're driving fine and okay. But terrible, terrible crash here at lap 9 as a caution has come out for the first time in today's race. Pace car down the backstretch. And everybody's going to come down pit road, get service for now. Just an unbelievable crash. Frody Tobobin getting taken 3 wide on corner exit. And just, they got tight and squished each other and just didn't work. And a lot of drivers just got a lot of damage in this race. Right now, they're going to go down pit road to get their service taken care of. All right, now we will take it to those pit lanes. See the leaders coming down. I don't know if anybody's going to stay out. I doubt anybody's going to stay out because everybody wants to get their service in and all that. No, doesn't look like anybody's coming. Doesn't look like anybody's staying out. Everybody's down for service. So bring this exit here. You can see our leader of Rob Racer getting his service in quickly. See Levi McIntyre coming out. Corbin Forster had a pretty good stop. Corbin Forster is having himself a good day. I don't know if he'll take that car to victory lane, but Jared Lewis goes to the indestructible stop guy. And it looks like the last remaining, yeah, Brad Severs just killed him again. Seems to be the last of that. So now we will go to commercial. We will be back for the green flag once it comes out. You are watching the PRN Pigs Racing Network. Pace car is in turn 3. About to go down for the restart. Now Rob Racer out in front. Noah Breeze in 2nd. Levi McIntyre in 3rd. Trevor Halowski in 4th. And Corbin Forster rounds out your top 5. Gabe Noon 6th. Connor Metz 7th. Dylan Rash 8th. Ben Roberts 9th. And Colton Grote in 10th. Pace cars down pit road. About to get set to go back racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. Coming down the front stretch, the green flag's back out, and we are back racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. 12 laps completed in this race. We still have 70 more to go. And they are some long ones as these guys come down the backstretch. Single file throughout the track. Now a quick move being made for the lead. Noah Breeze trying to take the lead away from Rob Racer. And Noah Breeze will take the lead coming out of turns 3 and 4. With Levi McIntyre trying to chase him down right behind his tail. Corbin Forrester now trying to get third. He will. Now Corbin Forrester is just behind these two drivers, Levi McIntyre and Noah Breeze. These two trying to battle each other. It would be an underdog story to see a driver like Corbin Forrester make it to the chase. Corbin Forrester battling for the second spot. He's actually going to take second, so Corbin Forrester definitely has a fast truck, which is very, very, very crazy to say. So he's not had much success this season. I'm surprised he's finding a lot of speed here at Texas. Let's go back to the field. We see Fraudito bobbing down pit road, getting more service, it looks like. We got a couple drivers back here trickled like a last week's winner, not finding the speed that he needs. Got a couple drivers going down pit road as well. And we got Luke Burkowski. Luke Burkowski being one of those drivers. That is one of the most famous drivers in this series. Yeah, Levi McIntyre up at the front. It's just a 3-car break from the field. See a couple drivers get their service. Let's go on board with the number 84, Noah Breeze. You can tell it's just all single file throughout this race, as only 3 drivers are next to each other. The rest of them are just a second behind, if not more. Corbin Forrester in second, trying to get his first win of his career and see just overall in this series. Noah Breeze looking on. Noah Breeze, I'm not sure. I don't think Noah Breeze has had a successful win in this series as well. Levi McIntyre being the only one of the top 3 that has a win. It could be able to get higher up. There's the Domino's 34 of Ben Roberts trying to chase down the 3 drivers here, trying to make it a 4-car battle for the lead. You can see how close these drivers are to each other. It's getting pretty antsy here. Noah Breeze trying to make a move here for the second spot next to Corbin Forrester. It's going to be a tight battle here, as they are side by side for the second spot. You can see Corbin Forrester in the car there. They're still side by side down the backstretch. Does he get yep, there go. Oh, does he get enough to pass him? Does he have enough to pass him? Does it look like he inches about that time, but does he have... Okay, looks like it, yes. And here comes Ben Roberts in that 34 truck. You can look from the view behind Levi McIntyre, our leader. This is what's helping him out, pull away from the group. It's helping him a ton. It's what he wants. Ben Roberts now inching his way up to second, trying to climb his way up to first. 2 drivers who have won this race, 1 and 2. Battle for third here. Ben Roberts has slowly but surely caught up to Levi McIntyre. It is a 3-car breakaway for now. What will happen then, we will find out, but for now we will take another quick commercial break here on the PRN Pig Racing Network. We will be back in a few short moments here to figure out what's going to happen with this 3-car group. Will it increase? Will it decrease? When will pit stops happen under green? Who knows? I don't know. We'll be back in a few short moments. Still 2 cars battling it out for the lead. It's Levi McIntyre versus Ben Roberts here at Texas Motor Speedway. Ben Roberts going side by side for the lead. Trevor Halowski being a lap car that these two passed under the commercial break here. Stewart dead even down the stripe. Ben Roberts will get past Levi McIntyre for the lead, and this would be our 5th lead change of today. So far, we've had about 4 to 5 different leaders and several lead changes. Now Trevor Halowski trying to get a lap back in today's race. Look farther down the field, we can see that 4 drivers have been taken out of the race due to the accident that occurred earlier in this race. Just a terrible day for those drivers. Oh my god, they had horrible hits. Yeah, that was just terrible. 4 drivers currently out of the race. 2 of them and multiple laps down, but still out on the track. I figured Frody Bobbin was going to be out of the race, but he's still on the track about 2 laps down. So, which is pretty surprising considering Frody Bobbin had a big hit coming down. Max Rich, but fix that car. Levi McIntyre being held up by Trevor Halowski. Not looking good for that 99 truck. Trying to get back into victory lane. Got a big battle here between Luke Borgowski and Tim Foster. And Corbin Forster added into the mix here. So fastest lap goes to Gabe Nudes, and Tim Foster being one of those drivers that is really fast in this race. So far, we have not seen much from many drivers. And this is actually a battle for the 3rd spot. Luke Borgowski's up to the 3rd spot right now. Seeing a lot of drivers up at the front that you would normally see up at the front, but I think the #1 driver that I never expected to see up at the front is, well, Corbin Forster. Corbin Forster usually has not had much success in these races. He's always been in the back of the field, if not out of the race, or not even in the race entirely. But in this day, he is somewhat battling up at front. He is in the top 10, battling to get in the top 5. I mean, if he gets a top 10, that would be a win for this team. But we still have a lot of time. Anything could happen to this race. Now, the caution could come out. We could go green the rest of the way. Pit stops could happen. I don't know when they would happen if they do, but these guys went down pretty early, so I would assume these guys would go down pit road fairly soon. A couple drivers back here. Jared Lewis being the biggest loser of today so far. Started from the pole like always, and now has dropped back tremendously. He is being shown in the 18th position. Not a good day for this 94 team. It's just not real good. A 3-wide battle here. It was close to being a 3-wide battle there. Now Luke Borgowski's up to Levi McIntyre's rear bumper. Trying to make a move for the 2nd spot. Levi McIntyre tried to defend the Luke Borgowski down turns 1 and 2. It's tricky to make a move down on the end. I can't speak. Trying to make a move on the outside line, but Levi McIntyre is working his tail off to stay in 2nd. A lot of help on the inside line from Trevor Halowski and Tim Foster. It's not going to be an easy battle for Levi to stay in 2nd with all those drivers below him. Luke Borgowski moves up another spot. Luke Borgowski is 1 more spot away from getting the lead from Ben. Whoa, there went my mic. From Ben Roberts. And Roberts hasn't won a race since the 3rd race of this season. Could today be his lucky day? We're itching close to the final 10 races. Once these 10 races come to about, starting next week, and from the rest of the season, or the next 10 races, it would be the race to the chase. 10 winners are going to move on to the chase. The question will be who can get their way into the chase. Who can inch their name into the chase to win the Twisted Tea Champion. It is a close battle between several drivers. The question is, we don't know who is going to be out of the chase because so many people have won this season. We need to run a heat race to find out who's going to make it into the chase. And I am not going to put all the drivers who only have one win. I will put several drivers who have one win from 7th on below the list. We'll run in a heat race if they have one win or one win. If they're all tied for one win. Because I'm not going to put in the drivers that already have a win and they were more recent. You get the point. But in these 10 races, if repeat drivers start winning, it would mean a lot of help for the drivers that it would just help out the drivers that would win the race and get another win in their book. Wouldn't necessarily help anybody else out. But the next 10 drivers that win a race, and I would say this race counts as one as well, but I don't know. But the next 10 winners will definitely be in the chase, no doubt about it. But we don't know who those 10 drivers will be. It may even be a repeat winner. I don't know. And Roberts out in front. It's a second place battle here. So we tip Foster and Levi McIntyre. We're itching the halfway point in this race. And I know it's crazy to say it's halfway because it feels like we are about to hit the white flag. And I wish we did. Levi McIntyre right now sporting a 30.383 second lap time. Last time by Tip Foster with a 30.246 and Ben Roberts slower than Tip Foster. Tip Foster is, I believe Tip Foster is worn out his tires and probably needs to go down pit road as we see on these statistics here. They're side by side for second. I'll go to that battle. If McIntyre and Tip Foster side by side for the second spot. And Connor Metz is in the mix right here. No, that's Christian Sanford. Sorry. Christian Sanford in the mix in this as well. Trying to make it a 3-car tandem for second. At this rate, Ben Roberts is loving what he is seeing from these drivers. Having slow corners and battling one another, trying to not make a mistake which would cause them to slow down. It's what he wants to see. I think Ben Roberts I think he has his hand out the window, and it looks like Ben Roberts is going to go down pit road, and that gives the advantage to Tip Foster, who shoots to the lead. Levi McIntyre almost had the advantage to the inside, but it just didn't work as Tip Foster shoots to the lead after Ben Roberts goes down pit road to get his service for pit stops. I don't know if this will be their one and only green flag pit stop, as we may see a caution later in the race or not. And wow, look at Benjamin Roberto nearly taking out a couple drivers. As many drivers come down pit road, we will look at that right now. At the front row, drivers down pit road, got Ben Roberts, Trickle Dickles, several drivers from the back and down pit road, more drivers in the front coming down right now. Trickle Dickle being a little slow coming off his pit stall. Several drivers that were up at the front, now down pit road. I think this will be the last group of cars that come down pit road, coming in right now in the back of the screen. Tip Foster and Levi McIntyre battling. Tip Foster just itches his nose out, gets the race off pit road. I'm not sure who the leader would be at the end of these, because these always are challenging to figure out the leader. See the last few drivers coming off pit road, Corbin Forrester being one of them. Now, I think the leader would be Tip Foster, so I'll go back and take it to him. So right now, we see a couple more drivers coming off pit road. Tip Foster will be your leader at the end of these pit stops. Ben Roberts only lost one spot during that pit cycle. Oh my god, he is really gaining on Tip Foster right now. It's a side-by-side battle for the lead as I come down the front straightaway, entering turn 1. Ben Roberts to the inside of Tip Foster for the lead before the backstretch. Ben Roberts clears him, and Tip Foster is going to fall another spot to Levi McIntyre. But not before Levi McIntyre falls back a little bit. Now Christian Sanford trying to take the third spot away from Levi. There's a 4-car tandem at the front. But very, very clean racing so far today. What will happen as we just got past the halfway point like not too long ago. What will happen as when we return, we will have 30 laps to go. We will be back in a little while. There'll just be a few commercials. But we will be back in a little bit to bring you full coverage of the last 30 laps in this race. We'll be back. Today's presentation of the Twisted Tea Truck Series action live from Texas Motor Speedway is presented by Reese's Cups and Oreos, two of the greatest snacks of all time. With 30 laps to go, Tip Foster has taken the lead away from Ben Roberts. It was a hard-fought battle, but those two drivers battled and got the lead. Now Levi McIntyre looking to get the lead away from Tip Foster down turns 3 and 4. With Fronito Bobbin being a lap car, which means, and he's a damaged one too. He's relatively slow, which is not good for him. Good for some of these drivers who are looking to use him as a pick. Levi McIntyre now in the lead. Ben Roberts trying to regain second. And fourth is Christian Sanford. And you can see the rest of the field on the top left of your screen. Levi McIntyre will shoot forward over, not over, under Fronito Bobbin. Use him as a pick. That's what he's hoping. And Levi McIntyre so far has been showing that he's been pretty dominant so far. Tip Foster's got a little getting his nose right in the quarter panel, little Frony there. See the leaderboard in the top left. See who's been who and where's been where, you know. Yeah. Looks like number 9 is Sean Bill. No, Cole DeGroat, sorry. Looks like number 9 is Cole DeGroat had an issue on his car, took him to the garage, so he's out of the race currently. I don't know if it was damage to something or if he blew up or something. Right now, currently 5 drivers out of the race, 2 drivers multiple laps down, still on the track. It's getting pretty tense in this race here, but it's been pretty tense, but now it's starting to get a little calmer here with Fronito Bobbin being in the middle of first and second. Fronito Bobbin has not had any success at all this season. In fact, the only time he has managed to get anywhere in this series has been the testing session race where he's led about half the laps, but he's never ever gotten success like he should. Levi McIntyre just hanging on to the first spot with Fronito Bobbin being as a pick, and the battle for second roars on here with Ben Roberts and Tip Foster battling it out. It's a crazy battle here. No one knows who's gonna get where because, of course, these drivers can make mistakes. They are side by side for second. Looks like Ben Roberts will easily clear him down the tri-oval. The next few races that we have on the schedule, the Canadian Tire is going to be the next race for both the Trucks and the Cup Series. It's weird to see Canadian Tire for the Cup Series, I know, but guess what? It's happening. And it's going to be coming to you live next Monday. Next up, we also have two tracks that are completely not so well known for offline leagues. Armory Super Speedway, made by the one and only Armory Digital, the guys who gave me this sticker that you're seeing on screen, that's been on the screen. And Yas Marina. It's not gonna be a quick race. It's gonna be a long road course race, that's for sure. Then we go to Rockingham, and then Tennessee we go to the T-Swift Superdome, Tennessee Super Speedway, Nashville Super Speedway. We go to Bristol, Daytona Road Course. We have a lot of races for you here. And in the chase, we have a lot, and I mean a lot of good races here. And I will name off a few as of right now. In the chase, which is 30 through 36. And remember, when we go to Homestead, Miami, there will be a Final Four. So 6 drivers will be eliminated. How to get eliminated, you ask? You have to finish the lowest out of all the other chase drivers. It may sound pretty bad because one bad wreck and you're out of the chase. Well, I don't know. I just wanted to do this because, you know, season 1, and I thought it was a good idea at first. I'm just sticking to it, but yeah. But a couple racetracks we are going to in the chase. I'm only going to name the track types. We are going to a speedway for race 30. A super speedway for the trucks. I'm naming off the trucks here. A road course. A super speedway. Another super speedway. A normal speedway, and then Homestead. So a ton of super speedways, which means a ton of opportunities for drivers to get a win and drivers in the chase to finish well. Homestead's going to be a great race, that's for sure. Canadian Tire is hopefully going to be a good one. What I'm hoping for in this series is we're going to end off on a bang, as starting next week we will only have 16 races left for Season 1. Season 2 being having a ton of changes. Tons of driver changes. In fact, every Truck Series driver in here will probably not race in Season 2. We will probably have like a new field of drivers. Plans for Season 2 will be announced on a separate video on this channel somewhere in the future. Levi McIntyre leading a lot of laps here. We got a little less than 20 laps to go in this race. What I will assume is that we will hopefully stay caution free the rest of the way. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. If we go caution free, it'll be a nice win for whoever wins the next race off pit road, because it does look like from these stats here that these guys gotta go down pit road here shortly. Probably with, I don't know, several laps to go, but just saying, you can't make it the rest of the way, according to the AI. Tip Foster in second. It's the only driver that can battle Levi McIntyre for the lead. Voteable TaylorThePigYT is just hogging the bottom line here, trying to get by Levi McIntyre for another lap back. That is somewhat given the advantage to Tip Foster. But Tip Foster is also trying to make a move on the outside of Voteable TaylorThePigYT, but just won't get done with it. Levi McIntyre still leads. You can see that is a four-car tandem, and then after that, it's 2.5 seconds back from the leader, Nick Santiago and Corbin Forster. Several drivers that are currently locked into the chase. Well, not really locked in, but, you know, they could easily stay in the chase with being in a win. You can see the field here as we go, and it's not a big field here, but it is some. Tim Foster gets by for only till Bobbin, so Levi McIntyre has no picks left in this race because the drivers ahead of him are already, like, down the backstretch. So he has a long way to go to get another driver to use as a pick. 13 laps to go in this race. Levi McIntyre is leading. He's led the most laps today. Question is, can he lead the most important one, which is the white flag lap? That's the question. That'll be answered in the next 10 laps. Levi McIntyre and Tim Foster, these two have been battling all season long for positions that are most important to them, which is the win, the lead. They've won many races together. Combined total of 4 races won for these two drivers. Tim Foster won at a bizarre fashion at Bristol, and he won at Lowe's just a couple of weeks ago. Levi McIntyre winning at Eldora and winning, I believe, at Phoenix just a couple of weeks later. Right now, can one of these two win? Can one of these two win the race that they need to get into the chase? If one of these two wins it, they'll be locked into the chase with no doubt. Come to the line as a side-by-side battle for the lead. It is a 10 to go battle for the lead. Right now, Tim Foster will take the lead away from Levi. Ben Roberts right now in third, trying to take second away from Levi McIntyre. Tim Foster starts pulling away down the back stretch. No signs of going down pit road just yet. It looks like they may stay out the whole way. I am not entirely sure. It'll be a close battle here to see who stays out and who stays. What? Who stays out of pit road and who goes in pit road? I cannot believe I just said a good line. I fucked it up. Tim Foster tried to hang up his coat, try to say hello to the chase. But Levi McIntyre is not letting him go without a fight. He's trying to fight for the lead. He's done it multiple times. Can he do it again? You can see Levi backed off there because he knew if he had a lot of momentum in that corner. He kept that up. He could have dumped Tim Foster on accident. Wouldn't have been a pretty sight to see a damaged reseasoned Oreos car who was in the lead and just got dumped by a Marvel truck. I wouldn't like that. But now, oh god, little beating and banging as Levi tries to take the lead to the inside of Tim Foster. Ben Roberts right behind these two, trying to pick his marks and see what he can do here. Levi backs off in that corner. Looks like all 3 of them. Oh my god, they're pitted. They are pitted. The 3 drivers that were in the lead are pitting. They are pitting, ladies and gentlemen. I think that would hand the lead over to Nick Santiago for this lap. It does. Nick Santiago's leading this race now, as the 3 drivers who are up at front are pitting. Looks like I think they got some strategy going on. I don't know. Does anybody else go down? Looks like Benjamin Roberto's going down. Is anybody else going down? It doesn't look like anybody up here is going down. Nick Santiago's just picking his marks and leading this race. 5 laps to go in this race. 2 lap cars are battling right between Nick Santiago and Corbin Forster in second. Corbin Forster with a nice second spot. He were to stay out, this would be his best finish of all time. Todd Skarsky and Frowdy Bobbin between the two leaders. Nobody's giving up in this race. They come to the line. It'll be 4 to go. Nick Santiago in the lead after Ben Roberts, Levi McIntyre, and Tim Foster going down pit road to get the top off on gas and possibly get some tires. I don't know what they did. All I know is that they took fuel, because of course if you don't go down fuel, I don't know. Nick Santiago slowing down. Looks like Corbin Forster as well. Looks like Corbin's going to go down. Jack DeVitti's going to go down. Looks like many of these drivers are going to go down pit road. Anybody else going to go down pit road? I am not so sure. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that right now we got several drivers coming down pit road. Might as well take it to the cams here. Let me flip and find a driver here. Let's find one of these drivers that is on pit road right now. Let's go to Corbin Forster. He's on pit road. He's gonna get it. Oh, he's gonna inch off Jack DeVitti. He just inched off Jack DeVitti. Wow, he inched him off barely. Corbin Forster is first off pit road. Not so sure if he'd be first, but I'm spectating him for now. Depending on what happens here, it looks like there were two other drivers that stayed out, so I'm not sure. I think they may have lapped the whole field, or most of it. Then they came down, and it looks like Corbin Forster won the race off pit road. He may win this race. Let's see what happens when they cross the line. 2 laps to go in this race. It is Corbin Forster. Corbin Forster is your leader in today's race. Jack DeVitti's in second. And Nick Santiago's in third. Nick Santiago, who led coming down pit road, has lost the lead to Corbin Forster. With Jack DeVitti in second, Corbin Forster could win his first race of his career once he comes to the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Does Corbin Forster have what it takes to get his first career win at Texas Motor Speedway? This would possibly put him in the chase. This would possibly set this career up in sparks here. It's unbelievable if Corbin holds off Jack DeVitti. Jack DeVitti has won a race before. He's won Old Spice. I think that was his only win. Nick Santiago hasn't won a race. Here comes Frodington Bauman. He's in turn 3 and 4. Will that slow up Corbin Forster? It's going to be a drag race coming to the start-finish line of the Tri-Oval. Corbin Forster, Jack DeVitti side by side for a lead. It's going to be a drag race. Corbin Forster wins at Texas. Corbin Forster wins with pit strategy by 0.06 of a second. Incredible win for Corbin Forster, and an incredible battle for Jack DeVitti trying to get his second win of the season. Just didn't do it. Corbin Forster wins at Texas. Amazing. Corbin Forster will get his first win of his career, first win of the season. It's unbelievable. Corbin Forster is going to be in the chase for the NASCAR Twisted Tea Truck Series champion. And that is all for today, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you so much for watching Texas Motor Speedway. Official standings on the top left of your screen here. Levi McIntyre inches his way just inside the top 10. And on down, you can find all the drivers where they finished, as long as you know their names and numbers. Next week is Canadian Tire. It's a double header, so it's going to be fun. Thank you all so much for watching this race, and have a good one, everybody.